at sunrise, police in eastern Washington search for two suspects in the beating death of a World War II veteran. And a massive wildfire burning in the Northern California area triples in size and prompts evacuation warnings. Plus,
is that a fire?
Yeah, it might be. Have a look.
Why residents of Southwest Bend neighborhoods are calling two helicopter pilots heroes this morning. News Channel 21 at sunrise starts right now.
Now, from Central Oregon's news leader, this is News Channel 21 at sunrise.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Renee Nelson. Thanks for waking up with us this morning. It's Friday, August 23rd, 2013. Happy Friday, everyone. Your morning's top headlines, of course, are straight ahead. But first, let's get a look at the weather with Bob Shaw. Good morning, Bob.
Good morning, Renee. Smoke bothering you this morning?
I've been not bothered by the snow at all, but the smoke, yes, is definitely getting to me. Is that what we're looking at for the rest of the day?
Well, yes, to be sure. We'll have smoke, but there's good news in the forecast as well. Good morning, everyone. We are looking at some clearing skies here as a system now accelerates and moves its way out of the state of Oregon. That's going to spell good news for us for the rest of the day, but cooler temperatures as well. We'll talk about why here in just a moment. Right now, I'll send you back to Renee.
Thanks, Bob. We'll check back with you in just a little bit. Well, topping our headlines this morning, the manhunt is on this morning after a decorated World War II vet that was severely beaten dies. Now, police say they received a call about an assault at 8:15 Wednesday night and responded to the Eagles Lodge in Spokane, Washington. That's when they found the victim, 88-year-old Delbert Belton, sitting in his car with serious head injuries.
It does appear random. He was in the parking lot. It appears that he was assaulted in the parking lot, and there was no indication of any sort of that he would have known these people prior to the assault.
Belton was taken to a hospital where he died early yesterday. Police say they are looking for two males between the ages of 16 and 19 years old. Hannah Anderson speaks out for the first time since her abduction riveted the country. Now, in her interview yesterday on the Today Show, Anderson thanked her rescuers and offered an explanation for text messages and letters that she exchanged with her captor. The 16-year-old California girl expressed gratitude for support that came from around the world during a week-long odyssey from abduction outside San Diego to rescue in the Idaho backcountry.
In the beginning, I was a victim, but now, knowing everyone out there is helping me, I consider myself a survivor instead. My mom raised me to be strong.
Hannah revealed that the texts she traded with captor James Lee DiMaggio were to make arrangements with him and a family friend to pick her up from cheerleading camp. As she said, she exchanged letters with him a year ago because she and her mother weren't getting along, and DiMaggio helped her work through that turmoil. A wildfire outside Yosemite National Park more than tripled in size, prompting warnings to area residents. California Governor Jerry Brown declared a state of emergency due to the huge fire. And more than 250 homes are threatened in the area. And fire officials say the blaze that started Saturday has grown to more than 84 square miles and was only 2% contained yesterday, down from 5% just a day earlier. 2 homes and 7 outbuildings have been destroyed. Back in Central Oregon, the COIDC says they were called to several fires yesterday afternoon as storms moved through the region. Now, crews worked one small fire at the north end of the Sisters Wilderness. A second one was reported southwest of Crane Prairie Reservoir, and a third near Lake Billy Chinook State Airport. Right now, crews are on the lookout for any new reports of smoke. A red flag warning has been extended to 1 o'clock this afternoon. The Blackburn fire, which is part of the government complex near the Dalles, has now topped 11,000 acres. Fire bosses say they saw extreme fire activity yesterday, and ash from that fire was seen falling from the sky in places like Beaverton near Portland. Now, the fire remains just 15% contained, and nearly 900 firefighters are working those lines. It's a story we broke right here on News Channel 21 at sunrise, but now we're learning more about an early morning brush fire in Southwest Bend yesterday. This all went down around 12:30 a.m. near Southwest Hollygrape. Jay Bunning, an instructor, was leading a late-night training flight when his 19-year-old student Keaton Snow spotted the flames racing up the hillside towards homes. The two flew low and around the neighborhood, hoping to wake up those sleeping in the houses nearby.
DPS helped out with getting the position.
Yeah. They didn't get any calls from it?
No, yeah, when you think about it, it's below the people can't see it from where it is.
But what about the houses on the other side?
Yeah, I guess they're asleep. Well, they were until we flew over.
And later in the broadcast, we'll show you more video from the pilot's actual flight, and we'll hear from homeowners near the fire who are calling those pilots heroes. As fires continue to burn across the state this morning, U.S. Representative Greg Walden released a statement supporting county commissioners and public safety officials. Walden co-authored bipartisan forestry legislation that is currently moving through Congress. He says the legislation would create jobs, provide revenue to failing Oregon counties, as well as protect water, fish, and old growth. He took to YouTube with his message.
We've got to get a better handle on how we manage these forests. We have to get more local control involved. Our legislation would do that and provide the necessary funding to not only take care of our communities, but also create jobs in the woods through more active forest management across the United States.
Walden says the bill renews the federal government's commitment to manage federal forests and prevent catastrophic wildfires like the ones burning around the state. 6 minutes past the hour, and if you're planning on traveling over Mount Hood today, well, you better budget some extra time. The annual Hood to Coast race kicks into gear this morning. Teams run from Mount Hood to Seaside on the Oregon coast. Organizers call it the largest relay race in the world. Now, this year, more than 12,000 runners will take part. Allow yourself some extra time driving if you'll be traveling any of the race route. Well, skiers, snowboarders, and just flat-out gearheads, get ready. A big announcement about the upcoming season. Well, Mount Bachelor Sports Education Foundation will be hosting the annual Skyliners Winter Sports Swap on October 12th. Now, it's moving again this year. It'll be on Boyd Acres Road in the former Monaco Beaver Coach Manufacturing Plant. Now, if you have items to sell, drop-off is October 10th and 11th. MBSEF takes 25% of the sales to support its youth sports training programs.
And that's a pretty good fundraiser for MBSEF. It's really nice. And the mob that turns out for this thing, they need it in a warehouse like they have out there at Beaver.
They really do, and they have a lot of stuff. We went out there last year, and there's just rows and rows, aisles and aisles of some really good deals.
If you don't find something for your ski habit out there, it's because you're not looking.
You're not looking hard enough. That's the truth for sure. Well, a stock market crash of sorts puts traders on edge.
And civil rights leaders prepare for the 50th anniversary of the March on Washington. Well, the Hood to Coast racers are going to find a wet start to their morning here, but conditions will improve dramatically for them through the course of the day. For us, we're looking at dry streets this morning. Still looking at a chance of thunderstorms. You don't want to miss your forecast. That red flag warning has not been lifted just yet and won't until this afternoon. 8 minutes past the hour. Your local alert weather forecast is up right after this.